Dear Swirlers, if nobody understands what we go through in the black community, I understand what we go through in the black community. With all the black men who come after us and stuff, I completely understand why you choose to go over to the other side. But when you go over there, do you have to throw away everything that's a part of being a black woman? Because that's what I see some of you Swirlers do. You throw away your black woman card. What I mean by that is, okay, I know some of you have a certain voice about you, but I do feel that there is a difference between being feminine and pretending to be something you're not, which is a white woman. Y'all go over there and y'all act completely white. And this is what I mean. If me and you was in the same room together, right, and I turned my back before you came in, some of you are so obsessed with being with a white man and being white until if I was in the same room as you and you came in and talked, I wouldn't be able to tell that you're a black woman. You actually sound like a white woman in a black woman's body. It is not a crime to be black. And I don't like how people associate being black to being ghetto, because not all black people act ghetto. Not all black people sound ghetto. I've known black teachers who sound educated, but you can still tell that they are black. You can tell by the sound of their voice that they are black. They don't pretend to be something they're not. I mean, they could enter a room while you have your back turned, and even though they sound educated, you can still tell that they are black and they are a black woman. It seems to me like some of you try your best to run away from your blackness, and it's like you're ashamed to be a black woman. Is that not defeating the whole purpose of going over there in the first place? I mean, think about it. We say that black men don't treat us what we're worth, right? So we go over to the other race of men because we want to be celebrated and treated like we're value. We're worth value. Isn't a part of being treated like you're worth something special is being loved for you, and not having to try to be someone that you're not, which is a white woman? If he really loves you for you, then why are you caping so hard to be someone that you're not? That's all I'm asking. It seems like something in the milk isn't clean over there, regardless of how some of you try to make it seem like it is. Regardless of whether you stay over on the black side or go to the other side, you should want a man or a woman to love you for you, not for the person you can be or the person they want to turn you into. See, the whole while people like to fake, it's people like me that sit back and see through fuckery, And some of these Swirlers is full of shit. They are. Some of them are full of shit. I'm not saying all of you are full of shit, but some of you are full of shit. And I notice it, just like Serena Williams for one. Okay, she's masculine. Of course she's masculine. She's in the sports, right? Okay. Now, when you listen to her voice sounds just as bitter as mine. But she's not trying to change her voice and try to sound like a white woman. If she enter a room, regardless of how educated she sound, I would know that she's a black woman. EVE is another one. She sounds black. And we can say what we want to about the black men who choose to interracially date. They go over there to the other side being them, sounding like them, sounding like a black man. They don't try to sound like a white man to get a lot of these women. Now, I know there are some black men, like them sophisticated, real educated ones who do. But for the most part, a lot of black dudes that I see squirrel, they act like their self. They don't try to cape so hard to be someone that they're not. Now, I understand that a few of you sounded like that before you went over there. But all of you that go over there didn't sound like that before you got over there. You just chose to sound like that because you're trying to prove to him that you can be whatever he wants you to be. And if that includes running away from who you really are to be with him, you can do that. But ask yourself this question. If you got to do all of that just for his acceptance, his love, his approval, are you really happy? Are you really with a man who loves you for you? Can you really say you happy being in a relationship where you have to run away from yourself forever and be who he wants you to be, other than who you was born as? You was born as a black woman, yet you have to run away from being black just to make him comfortable. That's not my definition of what love should be. Love should be, you know my flaws and you know my strengths, yet you love me through all of them. If you can't be yourself around the man who you love and he claims he loves you, then how is that love? It seems like you're defeating the whole purpose of going over there in the first place, because you say you went over there to be celebrated and loved. Yet you get over there and you change who you are. You suppress who you are just for him to say he loves you, or just to get him to love you. That don't seem like love to me. See, one thing about love is love doesn't discriminate. It doesn't discriminate. It doesn't have a color. You love who you love. But at the same time, you love that person for them and not for who they try to change themselves into. I don't want no fake man. You know, if I'm a lesbian, I don't want no fake woman. I want them to show me the real them. That way I can decide whether or not I want to be with them. Don't show me nothing fake. Show me who you are. When I say show me who you are, I'm talking about the person within, because the outer looks a lie to you. You know, what looks good on the outside may not be necessarily good for you. Show me who you are within, and I'll show you who I am. If I'm going to date a white man, if I break up with my man today and 5, 6 years from now I date a white man, I don't want him to act black. I want him to act white. Act like a white man. And I'm going to act like a black woman. I'm going to act like me. I'm not finna act like a white woman. You know, I'm not a white woman. I'm a black woman. I'm going to act like a black woman. If he can't accept me for me, then he don't really want me. He want who he want me to be, but he want to change me into, and it's not going to work. I think a lot of you swirlers need to ask yourself, does he really want you for you? Or does he really want you for that white girl that you try to be for him? I drew this 2 weeks ago. It's the inside of a mall. It could be anywhere you imagine. I just draw stuff. I use watercolor pencils and glitter. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment down below. Peace.